that experience to me, the way it was, nataka tu ibaki kwa akili yangu, in my memory nataka tu ibaki hivyo vile ilikuwa.
Someone will not communicate to you information that they feel. If you have too much information, it's not going to go their way.
I even tried experimenting nikiwa na handcuffs na stripper aje. Hiyo kitu I don't know how it was possible to him. Mimi imenishinda.
If you want to hide something from a nigger, hide it inside a book.
This is a message to the boy child. Kwanza msichana akikwambia she's exactly 18 years old, hiyo ni red flag.
Oscar is already against marriage,
Yeah.
I'm not against marriage.
Okay, he's already skeptical about marriage.
That's the right word.
See, there's a time in high school I played in the boys football team.
Taanza kuangalia ladies different. So I don't know what to expect.
Have you ever been to a house where you just feel like, hapa kuna love? Yani, hapa kuna mapenzi.
Yes, I've been there. Yeah. You know where? My house. Kisumu, as we are here to stay, there's nowhere you're going. You will have to accept us the way we are. Hello world, welcome to yet another episode of the Ideal Corner podcast. As usual, Lady Hawi is in the house, Wash is there, Kalonje, and today we are joined with Ray. So Lady Hawi, how has your week been?
My week has been crazy. Of course, as you know, the weekend was a big weekend because of the festival, Madaraka, etc. But before then, preparations for the Fisherman's experience.
No. Before we get there, you acha tunaanzia. This nini, you attended is it the digital content creators something?
Yeah. By the way, the digital content creators of Kenya Association.
Yeah.
So I got to meet with a whole bunch of different content creators. In fact, we got to learn what being a content creator is. Kumbe, if you just record yourself waking up and sleeping, you're not a content creator.
I'm glad I'm not one. Proceed,
so we met different content creators. Apart from that, there were amazing people in town, such as MC Jesse, Terrence Creative, Jagero, to name just a few. It was a beautiful event.
What is that association all about? That's one thing I need to understand. What do they stand for?
So, just like farmers have their association, teachers have their association, and the like, they realized that there was a gap. Because when you want to deal with maybe content creators as a whole, like even if you were to be like, okay, I want to engage Kisumu content creators, there was no central place where you could find all these people. So it was a situation where if you want to get somebody or get a group, you have to look for them one by one. So
in short, it's like they just need data for content creators.
Data for content creators, but apart from data, it also gives benefits to content creators on how you can be able to do different types of work. Because it's very unlikely for larger organizations and institutions to give money to an individual person.
I don't think, man.
Like if you're looking for funding, let's say like 5M, it's unlikely you'll find such funding being given to an individual. It has to be given to a group or a company.
Me, I feel like that association just acts like a middleman.
Yeah.
So instead of you, which is wrong, as a content creator dealing directly.
It's not wrong. Do you know it's not wrong?
Yeah.
That middleman also offers you some level of security. That middleman also offers you some level of different types of connections. Associations are important.
They are.
They're very much important.
But for this one, no.
That's what you feel.
Yeah.
Until you start benefiting from it.
No, bro, me, at your association, until wakuja and convince this is what you'll get by joining that association, I can't.
No problem.
I just feel like it's like there's someone pushing for the association to be formed. It's not something that has come out organically.
Okay. So you feel like it's pushed.
There's a face behind it.
But is it going to benefit content creators?
See, when ulikuwa huko, when
me I was there and I can say they're ready to fill a gap. For how long, we don't know. How beneficial it's going to be, we're yet to know. But it's something that I'm glad to be a part of, because I feel it's connected us. It's connected us in a different way. We're no longer just, oh, so and so is creating content sijui in Kisumu. This one is creating content where and where. We actually have something that unites us in so many ways.
That thing does not unite us, man. Why do I say so? Do we have someone who is part of the leadership who comes from Kisumu or any other county? Who?
Yes.
Who?
Yes. All those things. In fact, those are part of the things that were discussed
during
the last meeting. Like this first meeting, it was more of just like orientation, what. But
that's bull
they're
crap,
going to be
man.
elected leaders. They're going to be elected leaders who are going to represent Kisumu.
Who's going
that particular
who's
day,
going to elect them, and when are they going to be elected?
Now, I'm glad you've asked that.
Yeah, proceed.
That day, we were asked that exact question. Who would we want? Names were given. People were taken to the front as proposed leaders.
Yeah.
But there are groups that are formed, WhatsApp groups that are going to be formed, apart from obviously contacting them through their social media pages, for us to have those discussions, for us to know, okay, this is the person we want. This guy can represent us. We don't want this person. Yeah.
Do you know why I'm saying that? Because I feel like this guy is already sat somewhere and decided, do you know the part of the overall leadership is from Nairobi? That is the secretary, I don't know the chairman, I don't know what. Now to me, I feel like we are just more of an afterthought. Yeah, that's the honest truth, because na tusidanganyane, these people sat tuko juu wakaform your association now. Now it's when they feel like kumbe watu wa Kisumu pia wana creating content. Twende tutafute watu hapo. Kumbe watu wa Kisii pia wana creating. In fact ni Kisumu peke yake wamekuja. They've not gone to Kisii, they've not gone to Kakamega.
So, from how I think they're moving, they were not targeting like, let's say, all these individual towns and cities. Yeah. They've done the major cities. So they did Nairobi, they've done Kisumu, they're doing Mombasa. Bro, because even that day, it was asked, content creators from Kisii, like if you're here, if you're in the house, what and what. So I think they're just looking for a place that's centralized that everyone can meet for now.
Yeah, I still feel that thing is an
attend the next one, so you not have these feelings.
I will not go because
attend.
I feel like that thing is being pushed down our throat.
Wesema tu unasikia inasukuma down your throat. Sisi tuko very happy and glad that it happened. Yeah.
Anyway, so but anyway, I understand nani ilifika point they asked podcasters in Kisumu and some people were like Nika, we don't exist or anything.
No, it was actually fun because you know that's that type of situation where you don't have to be the one to say it. Like people are already saying it for you. Yeah. So that was the vibe. Like I was just quiet.
Shout out to Terry, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Terry T.
Our flowers.
Yeah. So those are the people, like those are the ones we want, because anyway, mi siwezi kudanganya. The reception out here, it's like you're doing something big. Tunapata, I don't know what's happening, to be honest.
See, we are doing something big. By the way, I just think for you, you know, when you come to studio and we do our thing, we just feel like, okay, we've just done our thing and then that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are people out there who are watching. They do watch. They're growing with us. Yeah. And we're really, really glad. Thank you so much. We don't take it for granted. Yeah. We come here, we piga stories zingine za jokes.
It's never that serious.
Yeah, but we do appreciate.
But we are open to work with anyone. I mean, we've reached out to everyone we've wanted to host, and the ones who've been also positive, wamekuja, and the ones who've also reached out, hakuna mtu mwenye tumefunga inje or anything. So there's that. Anyway, Kisumu, as we are here to stay, there's nowhere we are going. You will have to accept us the way we are. Tafadhali. Anyway, as we proceed, now the Fisherman's experience. Bro, that thing, me, Kwanza, Costa, wherever you are, big ups, my guy, big ups. that was more than a performance.
It was an experience.
It was an experience, man.
Whatever was said that was going to be delivered was delivered times 10.
Times 100. Bro, hey, props to Costa. Me yenyewe to be honest, in Kisumu, that's my number one artist. Yenyewe, hey, hata tuseme tu in Kenya.
That's yeah.
Because that for me, live performance, that guy, the curation and everything, bro. I think it was
and the flavors. I like the flavors that were mixed.
Yeah, man. It was like, hey, that thing was so out of this world, man. Hey, it was top tier performance.
And Kisumu showed up. Kisumu showed up from the outfits, from the makeup, from the vibes.
Yeah.
Kisumu showed up.
Yeah, it was a vibeful day. Yeah. So I think let's wacha kwanza tupate reaction ya part of the team when walikuwa huko watuambie how the day was for them, and then we'll circle back to us.
Then they spill the beans.
They spill the beans. Watuambie this was this and this was this. Let's start with Mr. Kalonje. Bro, just pull the mic, pull the mic, bro. Pull the mic close.
Sikia sauti.
Yeah. Why am I not getting you, bro?
Unipati bado?
Nakupata vizuri.
Nakuaje sasa?
Sema, tuambie Fisherman. Fisherman's experience. Ama bado uko. Bado wewe ni Fisherman, bro.
Bado mimi niko Fisherman experience kwa hii masaa. Ile vibe ilikuwa pale man.
Bro.
Ile ilikuwa kali.
Ile ilikuwa hatari.
Mimi sijui sijai ona event kayo Kisumu yani. And anywhere else. Yani ule jamaa ni beast. Costa ni beast. Wewe ulishikwa na jogi kweli, jogi.
Bana bro, ule msana. Make. Wewe hebu niambie kwa hiyo performance yake yote gani ndili stand out kwako?
Mimi performance ilishika kabisa ni ile yake aliperform na Sero.
Thank you.
Hey bro,
Thank you.
You guys are so lovey-dovey kwa hiyo. Mimi hata nashindwa nini na hapa.
For real ile performance ilikuwa katikati ya Costa na Sero.
Mimi kitu ilinibamba ni curation ya hiyo performance yao. From the screen to the lights to
I wasn't seeing screen, I wasn't seeing lights. I was just seeing two people who are just giving us energy like hey.
Ulikuwa unajua Sero? Ulikuwa unajua Sero before?
This one didn't know, but
niambie ulikuwa unajua Sero before?
Siwezi kudanganya kwa
no.
Sasa hizi unamjua. Na alikupata mulimu. Alikupata sio?
To be honest, me hizo romantic side sijui labda tu
Hey. You blushed.
Mimi wimbo ilikuwa inaniua ni ya Costa, hiyo performance ya Costa na Octopizo. Na hata Washa kwa hapa anaweza verify.
For me, M-PESA manukela Nairobi.
By the way,
what stop lying bana bro, nilikuwa na wewe tukiimba achupa we sando chunya,
but unadanganya bro.
No, he kept singing M-PESA manukela
Nairobi. That was a perfect song for me. Iliingia hadi kwa blood hadi kwa vein. Hadi juogi. I feel ni juogi omaka design moroma.
Wash yani nikuulize, si wewe ndo tulikuwa tunaimba na wewe ojoga erani ojo unaruka.
Tulikuwa tunaimba hiyo lakini yenye ilinibamba sana. M-PESA. Emanukela Nairobi.
He sang that song. Even yesterday he was singing that song.
Simia was singing it before. Mkinicheka hapa. But anyway, tuambie wewe experience yako ilikuwa aje hiyo siku?
Ile event sijaiona kama ilishaifanyika Kisumu. Hata ile imeshinda hata ile ya Presinde yenye ilifanyika sijui Madaraka.
Bana stop localizing this thing bana. That thing was international.
Now when it comes to
localizing it.
Okay. Linibamba design from the light, the sound, the engineer was sound mazee walifanya kazi nyingine poa sana.
The sound was clear.
Mwenye alikuwa na dress Costa. Mazee ule mtu alimaster art ya ngoma
and outfits
na outfit and then
iliingia poa.
Bro, mimi nakwambia that entire thing was massive. Ile event ikafika hiyo point yenye saa alikuwa anamaliza akipiga ile horn. Hey man, Costa.
And imagine you're feeling like that and you guys were like near the cameras.
But
for those of us who are brave enough to swim through the crowd. Baka mbele.
Mnaona vitu 3D.
Hey, it was vibes.
Ile iko event ya watu pikipiki in short.
I was glad that wale fan wa Chelsea wa boda FC
awe kuenda Chelsea sawa wanaingilia hapo aje ba. What you like localizing this thing bana. But anyway, that was bro, that was top of the topest
No,
performance.
it was top notch.
It was top notch. Yani ilifika saa 6 sasa event imeisha. I was like
You were like, why?
bro, mbona? And then wimbo yenye ilikuwa inafaa kuchezwa Costa, I think you'll have to nini oguyo oguyo ilipata kama ndo tunaingia. Tuko kwa tickets huko, so I was like na hiyo ndo ngoma tu ilikuwa inanipeleka huko.
Don't come late next time.
Next time Costa aende hadi nini?
Wapi?
Hadi saa 12.
Man, iko hadi saa 5, but too bad for me. Mi ni mtu wa one time experience. Hiyo tu vile nili experience hiyo event yake. Sioni nikienda ingine.
I like this statement that Oscar keeps making, and I'm glad he's made it on record that he's not going to attend the next one because he's a one-time experience kind of guy.
As in like
lie. You still
You'll
go and watch
find
Costa.
yourself attending
bro,
another.
it's like
Thank
In fact,
you.
Costa teneza show ingine before October hapa.
it's like
teneza
it's,
show
it's
ingine
like
before
bro,
October.
do you know what I'm saying like that? It's like breaking your virginity. Once nini tu hivyo ni hivyo.
Kwani una break to your one time
See,
and then you're done. You don't do anything else.
Costa nisha break hivyo.
So you don't want to continue experiencing the sweetness.
It doesn't stop the fact that he's a good performer. He's one of the topest artists. Hiyo haita change, bro. Haita change. But that experience to me, the way it was, nataka tu ibaki kwa akili yangu, in my memory, nataka tu ibaki hivyo vile ilikuwa.
It's okay. When we're attending the next event together, I will make sure I record you and we'll bring this clip
Bro,
back.
but that thing was just top of the vibes. Vile tuliingia tu hivi tukajipata tu mimi na tuliingia na Kalonje.
By your day, I think we have that clip. Kalonje pulled some new dance.
Bana, kumbe Kalonje ako na talent hivi na tujui ba. Jamani tutolea dance style ingine moto. I think tutaiattach hapo chini. Hey, Kalonje ulikuwa unafikiria nini kitayo?
Ile ni mbaya. Ile style ile ni mbaya. Ile hata mimi mwenyewe sijui ilitoka wapi hiyo siku.
Lakini ilikuwa hatari.
Ile dancing style itoka tu na juu.
By the way, mimi acha nikwambie, Costa ni mtu amemaster kucheza na juogi za wase. In the sense that akiimba you'll just find you hata kama unini mwili wako itakuwa ina vibrate tu. Hey bana, big up to that man, salute man, you're a big artist man.
Nimempatia 10 over 10.
Nimempatia mimi hakuna.
I rate that guy as the first low musician. Ajain bamba hiyo.
Acha kulocalize kitu bwana. Ni international bana. That guy is now international. Is a big name, is a big act. Man, I say he changed to vile ana perform. I know it took a lot of time for a person like me to discover him, but I'm glad I discovered him. Anyway, Hawi, how was the event for you?
The event was bad. Though, my village people, that Saturday morning, I woke up with the worst flu.
Yeah,
ever.
I remember, man.
I was feeling cold. I was feeling hot.
Yeah.
Mwili ilikuwa inaniuma. I was wondering, ama ni hizi stories za 19 zinataka kunishika.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. But somehow managed to package myself and attend, and I'm glad I didn't miss it. I'm so glad that nilimeza antibiotics na Panadol ya kutosha nikaenda.
Hey man, that event was massive, big time. Enye of all the events ni attend Kisumu hakuna yenye nilijibamba kaa hiyo. Imagine hata tumeingia Costa, I think hiyo ndo tumeingia immediately anamaliza his first performance. So tumeingia tu hivi. Hata sijakani, you just find yourself dancing. I don't know even what I'm dancing to, but I was just dancing. And then wakacheza, I think it was DJ Nix or someone. Kapiga set yake, and then Utiena Luoka came in.
Yeah.
Bro.
That was the best surprise. Like that was the best surprise.
Big.
The nostalgia was like that performance brought so much nostalgia.
And then when it go to the point in sasa alikuwa anacheza tu the nyatiti. Eish man.
Like those are the moments you feel kind of, you feel proud. You're like, yeah.
Man, me I was like, I didn't even want that night to end.
Yeah.
Ngot kila time naangalia tu time, I'm like, hey, damn. Saa 5. Tulifika huko saa 3.
It was fresh.
Yeah, it was massive. That event was massive. Na hizi zingine zenye zilikuwa zina happen around, like I think Club The Place, there was something.
Yeah, so there was bongo, old school bongo that happened at Club The Place.
Yeah.
I was supposed to attend, and I went to attend after the Fisherman's experience. But by the time we were reaching Club The Place, it was completely full, and then they were charging at the gate.
Oh damn.
Whereas on the poster, there was no
free.
Yeah, it was free. So I think it's just maybe they were doing crowd control at that point. You event ilikuwa imeshaja.
Bro, nakwambia kama event ya Costa ingekuwa inaisha 12. Hakuna mtu angeenda huko.
But for those who went, it seems it was a cool event. Though ijapiga kelele ile sana venye.
Sijaona
Costa. Yeah, hata on social media I've not really seen it popping like that.
Yeah.
But for those who went, they said it was cool.
Yeah, it was massive. Anyway, and then the next day on Madaraka Day, luckily sisi tulikuwa we were big ups to Jagero for showing up on that Madaraka Day, man.
By the way, super short notice, but came through.
Tulikuwa tumechoka lakini tukasema anyway it's a one time opportunity, hatuwezi acha iende hivyo.
Yeah.
So we ended up recording on that day also. And it was proper. But how was your meetup with Jagero?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah.
During the content thingy.
So funny thing.
Yeah.
Normally when there's somebody who does something and I feel I admire it, or it's something that someone I want to learn from.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm watching that person's content,
yeah,
I will intentionally say, I must meet this person.
Wow. You know how that's crazy? Mi sijui kama ni algorithm or anything, because me at some point in my podcasting journey nikionanga two videos and all that, I was like nilikuwa najipata two episodes za Jagero, dialogues with Jagero just keep on popping up on my screen. I was like let me try it. But at no point in my life did it ever cross my mind that I'll get to meet this guy and I'll have tutakuwa tumekaa tu hapa na and then we have a chat. To me it was so didn't say out of this world.
It was surreal.
It was surreal, man. It was a surreal moment. But anyway, alikuja, we had a wonderful session.
Yeah.
That guy is vibes, man.
Ukikana
mtu, you can laugh until sijui ukaya aje.
I mean, by the time I was done with that day, my cheeks were just painful.
Bro.
Check, I have laughed
and
like
then
half the day.
There are those hard laughs. Check at this mguzi na inuka. But we are glad we hosted him. It was a wonderful day for me, that is. And next time, anytime he's in Kisumu, I feel like the space is free. Akuje tukae chini tupige gumzo. It's such a vibe, man. Hey, haya. Anything else that caught your attention this past week?
So, you mentioned Madaraka Day. There are so many things that have happened concerning the Madaraka celebration.
Because that day was crazy. Because your time, si tulikuwa Costa, mi nishaanza kuonyeshwa by saa tatu na nusu nishaanza kuonyesha clips vile watu wanajaza Homa Bay.
Yeah, I'm like, there those who cashad, they slept in the stadium waiting for
massive. I understand
the celebrations.
The stadium is I think like 20,000. Inafaa kujaza with around 20,000 people. By saa sita that place was
But
packed.
he had that those who were paid. They were being paid to be there.
Bro, mobilization is important. In politics, you must mobilize. Otherwise, utaenda ground ujikute uko peke yako. You're speaking to yourself. Watu wako like, hey, kwani, what's going on? But Homa Bay was crazy.
Homa Bay was crazy. And then there are those who were business savvy and did their thing. Our brothers who came from Central, apparently.
Yeah.
Who went there like 2 weeks earlier. Then
walishaanza kufungua biashara huko.
They rented, rooms and whatever, accommodation for the 2 weeks.
Crazy.
Knowing that there's going to be that influx. So a room that somebody like got at 300 bob rents out at like 3K per night.
Akili mtu wangu.
Akili, yeah. Akili, but it's also good. My Homa Bayrians, please, we need to wake up. You people are sleeping, okay?
Those people are not sleeping. Si huko ndo nasikia night runners wanakuwaga wengi ama?
That's a very dry joke. They're sleeping on business because you're running at night. Yes. Munakimbia usiku sana yenye munalala sasa biashara.
So I'm like, huko kuna night runners wanalala aje?
They're sleeping in business.
Lakini kitu nimegundua, Homa Bay is very beautiful.
It is.
Homa Bay iko na sceneries zingine zenye ziko man.
Me what I can say is the governor kuna venye alipata tu hiyo opportunity akajialign na national government in a way that development ska zote zinarudi huko.
So ulicheki.
It's true. And then another thing, you know, Homa Bay, naweza sema, it's a small town. So any minor development yenye utafanya huko,
Itakuwa
at the end of
visible.
the day
Itaonekana. But Homa Bay has been busy for the past like 2 months. Ulikuwa unapita pale hivyo Homa Bay kwa hiyo barabara ukiangalia stadium inajengwa like day and night. Day and night huko na place ya kupumzika. Ukienda hivyo nyuma hizo barabara za kuingia sijui police station na nini central ya huko hivyo chini.
Yeah.
When hiyo place imejengwa sasa kila place like around Homa Bay ni tarmac saizi.
Bro.
Kila kitu ni safi Homa Bay.
The roads
in a abroad.
Lakini people should watu wanafaa watembea Homa Bay kidogo.
Yeah, why not? But not at night,
At night no. Mchana vizuri kutembea tu Homa Bay.
Why not at night? Tutashtukia tu vitu nakuita
ukiwa na mpenzi.
Kumbe ni ancestors wa kina Hawi.
Anyola.
Anyway, massive man. But anyway, that hiyo Madaraka Day ilikuwa, niliona hadi clips asubuhi. Like people were even walikuwa wanatumia ropes.
Yeah, there was that one guy I saw that he was being pulled
up. It was not one, walikuwa wengi.
Yeah.
Apparently walikuwa wengi. There's that clip man niliona and I was like, ish. Hata kama ni mobilizing walifanya, but ilikuwa hatari. And then ikafika point yenye number 1 during his speech alikuwa anasema, aliimba lyrics ya nani, wanwachua domana teach sijui nini.
But my question is, okay, I get it, like I get that relatability, trying
but
to be
was
relatable.
it necessary?
Thank you. Why just speak Kiswahili, it's okay. You don't need like it. Okay, when it comes like that, it now seems like it's too much.
Yeah, man.
It's not like you're really forced. Una forced issues, but he didn't need to go that
crazy
far.
Speaking of which, Trans Nzoia bana, I saw people walked out, man. Time County Commission alikuwa anataka kusoma speech ya number 1.
Nigerians say time no day.
Kwani watu wana chills hapa nje? Zero chills. Watu wamesikia tu imefika county ya commissioner. Niko na message kutoka. Okay. Tuende. And that was massive. But then Dagoretti South MP. Anaitwa sijui nani, KJ. Anaitwa nani? This guy is
the gent that was doing
mtu alikuwa
was doing
ridiculous.
Not reverse cow, it's not reverse cow, it's cowgirl. Alikuwa anafanya nini?
Reverse cowgirl tena. But anyway, man, mimi nilikuwa naona tu.
Okay, hiyo kitu ilikuwa nini? What was that?
Thing was crazy. Kwanza unaanzaje tu ati umebebwa. Wait, you are an honorable person.
But okay.
At what inafika point gani
was that a traditional dance or something?
At what point inafika unatoa kofia yako ya kuwa honorable, unakubali unabebwa, and then unaanza ku-exchange kofia na man. Hiyo ni nashindo hata hiyo ni position gani alijiweka.
Silikuwa something rodeo. It's something to do with rodeo.
That thing was crazy. Mimi mtu alinishangaza tu kusema ukweli. Because how?
But now can't an MP, he's an MP, right?
He's an MP, yeah, for the Great South.
Fun?
That was not fun. Ilifika point yenye hadi wase wakaanza kumtroll zile za I think kuna time alifanya kitu crazy akaanza kusema ni Photoshop. So watu wakaanza kumuuliza hii pia ni Photoshop.
Atasema hiyo ni AI. Yeah? But they've used his image.
Bro, hiyo kitu haikuwa picture mzuri.
Vitu zingine afai kufanya in the public domain.
Hata kama ni kuimpress the public, bro. Hapo alikuwa ameenda sana. That one was stretched vibaya sana. Kitu kingine nilikuwa, one thing I wanted to ask again, man. How much do you think the government spent on this Madaraka Day event?
How much do I think the government spent on Madaraka?
And this is just our opinion because I tried researching to at least party figures.
Obviously,
the figures are not there, man.
The figures aren't there, but we know an arm and a leg. Let me use British terms. An arm and a leg was spent.
Man.
Because you can't say that
was crazy.
It was just like this amount. A lot was spent.
But I feel data kama hiyo inafaa kuwa readily available. Tujue tujue budget ya kuhost such an event ni ngapi.
True.
Because just out of that, imagine how many government officials had to travel from their
respective places,
duty stations to go to Homa Bay. And then walikuwa nalipwa allowances ya pesa ngapi.
By the way, concerning the allowances, it's which it's the IMF that mentioned.
No, the World Bank.
The World Bank, huh?
Wame reveal Kenyan politicians spend more on foreign travel
than any other
United
country.
Nations officials. Skia. They are UN officials, but now our politicians spend more than the UN officials. With as much as 7,000 shillings more being paid to each official as per diem per day.
So it's better to be a politician in Kenya. That's what that's what you're saying.
You don't dream ya kutoka block. Ukitaka kutoka block, bro, just end up to a politician.
Just become a politician.
Just become
at
a
this point.
politician because, and to me, it's painful because it's like we're spending money that we don't have. Or we have that money. We have that money, but somehow, some way, it just
somehow
disappears.
Don't have money to do other important things.
Yeah.
But we got money to do this one. We somehow need to borrow money because tuko na deni.
Lakini misplaced priorities. Mi hiyo ndo kitu naweza sema, man. It was wild. It was very, very wild, man. And then back to sad stories, man. Ngugi wa Thiong'o, the guy dies at 87.
Yeah. But he was one of the joys of the type of work he was doing is that he still lives on through his book.
Yeah, through his narratives.
Yeah.
Mi kwanza The River Between, man. The River Between was massive. Kalonje said that anaweza tupatia history. Kalonje hiyo kitabu ulisema ulisoma kweli uliitambua. Hebu tufatie tu ka glimpse tu ya kitabu.
Nilisoma kitambo. Unajua ni miaka ngapi? River Between kitabu ilisomwa last 2013.
Walai. Sio tulikuwa lot ya mwisho kuisoma.
Hiyo ilikuwa time ya mwisho hiyo kitabu kwa set kwa shule. Kama set book.
Yeah.
So ilikuwa story nice kabisa kwa sababu ilikuwa story ilifanywa na watu wengi sana KCSE hiyo time. I think hiyo ndio kitabu shaka for long kwa exams. Hizi zingine zikikuja hizi za kina nasikia siku hizi sijui kuna The River and the Source sijui nini. Hizo zimekuja after Ngugi wa Thiong'o ametoa kitabu River Between ilikuwa examined for so long. For the longest time. Mimi nadhani hiyo kitabu ilikuwa examined the longest time.
Kitabu ilikuwa about nani? Kulikuwa na
kitabu ilikuwa about
Nyambura, ilikuwa Nyambura ama?
Wayaki.
And Nyambura.
Kulikuwa na Wayaki, kulikuwa na Chege, babaki huyo Wayaki bado, kulikuwa na characters wengi lakini ilikuwa na revolve to around love. Alafu ulikuwa na rivalry pia
between communities mbili,
two regions. Moja ilikuwa Kameno, nyingine ilikuwa something Kameno Makuyu.
Makuyu and Kameno. Uko na intel mbaya.
I know, right?
Na hizi regions mbili kuna venye zilikuwa na rivalry kuhusu leadership. And then here comes Wayaki akakuja akajaribu kuunite hizo regions mbili. Na through love. So unajua ude mwenye Wayaki alikuwa anataka katia, alikuwa anatoka hiyo region nyingine. Na huyu yake anatoka hiyo region nyingine. Zote ziko na rivalry. Na bado kulikuwa na river nyingine hapo katikati ilikuwa inaitwa Sonia River.
Bro. Uko na data yote man.
Hiyo river ilikuwa inapatianga watu peace.
Mimi nilitoka tu high school hata hizo vitu.
Ukazisahau. Ukaziacha hapo kwa
nilikaziacha kwa The River hapo ya shule.
Mimi na ukweli. Mimi hiyo sidhani kama kuna solution yangu kwa nini.
Bro, kulingana tu na intel umetupatia sahi hata mimi siwezi doubt.
Mimi hata siwezi ongeza saa nyingine.
Mimi siwezi doubt.
Ndawakumbusha mbali.
Utatupeleka mbali man. Thanks anyway.
So he passed, but I don't know if you saw there's a clip of his children.
Yeah, I saw. Were they on interview or ilikuwa nini?
Yeah, it was. I think it was on NTV. There was an interview they did on NTV.
Yeah.
All of his kids are successful. Like all of them.
Bro, I understand pale kuna tuma professor,
sijui nini. Assistant professor, sijui director, sijui what, CEO of sijui what, sijui what. Hey. That guy had a strong seed.
It runs in the
family, runs in the blood. No,
but at least alituachia books, so we'll still remember him through his narratives and all that. So, rest in peace, Ngugi, man. Rest in peace. Hey, another thing that caught my eye, man. Did you see Boniface Mwangi and Agatha Atuhaire?
Yeah, giving the accounts of the
Yeah,
experience they had in
what
TZ
transpired in
and what
TZ, yeah.
transpired, the things they
Mm.
were told to do,
Bro.
the things that were also done to them. Like, it's unimaginable at some point.
Man, if those things really and truly happened to those guys, it was horrific, man. Given the way Nani was describing them, Boniface Mwangi, I was like, bro, I don't know whether he was traumatized to the extent with which his coherence was off. I don't know, man. Because there are some things he was saying to me, I was like, hey, kidogo
Zingine
ingiani.
zina sound kama stories za ajabu.
Yeah, kidogo ingiani, man.
Now,
because like, for example, there was this point he was saying that he was told to strip off with his handcuffs on. I even tried experimenting nikiwa na handcuffs na strip aje. Hiyo kitu mi sijui. I don't know how it was possible to him. Mimi imenishinda. That math imenishinda to beat. Because imagine someone in handcuffs. Utastrip aje. That's number one. How will you even strip?
Okay. It's difficult to know exactly what went on because we were not there. And even the account he's giving, of course, he's giving it from a point of trauma. So what happens with the brain when you're traumatized? That's why when something happens, like a crime happens, police often want to get the statement immediately.
But that's how long did it take before they came and spoke?
Yeah. And the reason why police want the statement immediately is because naturally the way the brain works, when you face something traumatic, there are certain parts unapata your brain delete. You not really remember it very well. You just remember this is what happened. So I think for him, even explaining like when handcuffs were put on, when they were taken off, he may not have an exact coherence of when all those things were happening. He just remembers at some point I had to strip. At some point they made me do this. You understand? Yeah. So we can't really analyze it like that. Like, okay, how did he remove his clothes when he still had handcuffs on? Maybe that was part of the torture. Yeah. Maybe that was literally part of the torture because they knew full well he's not going to be able to do.
Yeah. Hey, bro, man. But
it's crazy.
Hey, that scene. Hiyo scene haikuwa mchezo. Akisema wakiwekwa upside down and then now lube. Ray, did you come across the clip, man?
Not really.
You've not seen the nini for Boniface, yeah.
Clip akisema
what
I've heard.
Yeah,
nishaona
just
the clip.
Close to your mic.
Okay, nishaona what he said.
Yeah.
And on my side, I can say, whatever he was saying, in as much as nasema the brain deals with this
just
and
put
this
your
and
mic
this,
closer,
but na feel the trauma was
Because
ilifika point he was also breaking, like analia, kuonyesha like whatever he went through, in as much as we can say, we can say in as much as unazosema ati it took time for him to give out the story, but atakama ni, I don't think kuna some traumas you can't give it immediately because kuna zingine you like shook kabisa, ile completely shook. You even need time to process everything. You need to get yourself together and at least explain what really is happening. So nanga like kuna times mtu anaweza kuwa mtu analia, there's an issue. Unaambia mtu calm down first, then you explain your story. So I think alikuwa literally shook kabisa. So I think he needed time to process everything. Now for him to give out the story of what really happened, to the people who did that to him, apana. That was too much. Too much.
Man, me ECG, but anyway, the people who are saying he might have underwent it through those experiences, but if he underwent it's so bad. Hopefully he heals from it. But it's like ukishakuwa activist, hiyo kitu ina run tu kwa damu yako.
When you believe you're standing up for certain rights, it's a decision you make, and you make it in a way where you know that at some point,
Yeah.
this might cost me my life.
Because there's this lady, Rose Njeri.
Yeah.
I think she's a tech or something like that. She created a website just to help. Let me just get my facts right so that kai nikana nini. So she's a software developer, Rose Njeri. She created a tool to help people oppose the government's annual finance bill. Now she was because of fears that it will raise the cost of living. So she was detained. But now, as of the date of which we are recording, she has been released. I think alishikwa, was it on Friday, I think. So Saturday alikuwa ndani, Sunday alikuwa ndani, Monday pia. Sasa since it's a holiday, of course atakuwa ndani. The only day wangempeleka court was today. So she has been detained, ametolewa. But we're not asking, man.
She was detained under what charges? Like what was the crime there?
See, I'm a create nini yaku watu ku reject finance bill.
No, but I have, you see, I have an option.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I'm a citizen. I have an option whether I want to agree with it or I want to reject it.
For me, I believe since what happened last year in June 25th, nika kuna tu hiyo fear tu yenye sasa niseme government iko nayo. In a sense that ukiona tu mtu ametoa tu hiyo kitu ya reject finance bill, nika pia wako na trauma. You see, they don't know how to respond. So maybe waliona huu amedevelop website kitu itatuletea shida. What's the best way you can do? Tumshike tuone vile tunaweza mnini.
Can I add on something?
Yeah, please.
Okay, let me add on this or like a question.
Yeah.
Okay, tunasema the government maybe wako na trauma and all that. Wana like ukijaribu ku oppose the government, you're being detained and all that.
Yeah.
According to me, vile tumefundishwa and according to what we know, you have a freedom of expression.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if, okay, let me say, I as a person, sijakubaliana na the finance bill, I have a right to say, yo, mimi sijafurahia with what you guys have given us as compared to the last year's bill. Because ukiangalia there's wale wako, let me say, wale watu kuchambua the finance bill and all that. Some of them wanna claim or some of them wanna sema the current finance bill is much more worse
than the
kushinda ile ya kitambo. Of which one thing that naona wanafanya it what they're doing is actually good because let me say kuna some Kenyans who never even take the time to focus on the finance bill.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm one of them because that document is so voluminous.
I even feel like it was created like that intentionally.
Okay.
It's like what happens.
It's like they believe we are poor readers.
Like what when the slave trade was happening, they said hide, if you want to hide something from a nigger, hide it inside a book.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to read.
But one good thing, at least tunapata watu wanatusaidia
to
they analyze everything. So
they break it down. It's more digestible.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
Finance bill inaongelelea
you're actually able to now understand some of those things.
I came across something on the web. So walikuwa nasema finance bill 2025, why it's worse than ever and must be rejected. So I don't know how true this or how factual this information is. Sijasoma finance bill 2025. So I'm just speaking from what I've seen. And I've not seen the government come out kusema ati hizi vitu zenye zina go through. These are the facts or they are not facts. So mi naongea na vitu nimeona. So number 1, there is neonatal tax. This is tax on newborn care. And then there is diaspora remittances levy, tax on money sent by Kenyans abroad. VAT on all products. So inamaanisha kila kitu watakuwa na nini, watakuwa na VAT. And then pay raised to 37.7%
from
for high earners, 25% minimum. Yeah, and then kuna mazingira eco tax, levy on nearly all goods. And then there is green levy, sugar tax. And then there is fuel levy plus 10 shillings per litre increase in fuel levy. Then there is mobile money levies, 1% tax on payments. And then there is 5% agriculture tax on tea, coffee, avocado sales. Land rates and idle land tax, 10% tax on landowners. And then there is also internet access levy. Saa hii mtandao tutakuwa tuna access tu vile
That one reminds me of how in UG there was social media tax.
15% tax on bundles. I don't know how factual this information is, Miss Jui, but I wish if the government spokesperson angetoka nje aseme hizo vitu zenye mnaona on internet, going through on internet are false, and then they give us the true position as it is. Because right now wenyewe tuko blank, tuko nje.
Or let let them explain more.
Yeah.
We get to know hiyo 1% inaenda wapi ama the 15% ni ya nini.
Yeah.
Because ukiangalia when you do your maths, your arithmetics, when you add the cost of fuel prices, the percentage that goes, everything shoots. You remember the time previously or years back, wakiongeza fuel prices, everything, prices za kila kitu ilikuja juu. So when they're doing that again, I expect, let me say, you learn from mistakes. Ukishaona you did this, na the current state of the nation was really, really off. Ilikuwa mbaya kabisa.
Tulikuwa nje.
You're supposed to reduce it, ama wangalie. You sit down, discuss, wangalie. You can find the middle point to balance both sides. Ndio same, in as much as wanachukua tax from the high earnings, according to, we are not, okay, allegedly, getting kukata those the taxation from all that. I don't know how to explain it, but according to me, vile naona, this thing has been twisted. In as much as wametoa this, walikuwa nasema, they remove, there is this taxation on people's salary and all that. But there's a way it has been added kwa hizo vitu zingine, yenye, if you don't sit down and analyze the whole bill vizuri, tutaumia kabisa.
Bro, me, one thing...
Like, do you know how this thing is doing me? It's giving me, when you book, like, a very nice hotel.
Yeah.
You know, you've already budgeted. You're like, okay, I can afford this hotel. I've been saving up. Let me go and have fun. What. Then you get there knowing that this is how much I was going to spend.
Yeah.
Then, unasikia kiu kidogo, unasema, wacha nikunywe maji. You take a bottle of water from the fridge. Kumbe.
Bro, unafika asubuhi.
That water is being charged. And that water, one bottle is like $25 that you are not, expecting. So by the time you're done with this holiday that was supposed to be relaxing and
reminds me of a story.
Yeah.
So tulienda hoteli fulani tukakaa, si fridge nyi mshalipia accommodation and all that. Fridge iko na beer, all those things. Wacha watu wakaamua kuserereka. Asubuhi mnafika huko mnapata bili imepanda na 25k.
Exactly. So we actually need to be very coherent of whatever's going to be going on between now and then.
But really, Gava is doing a poor job when it comes now to at least communicating in regard to these things.
Someone will not communicate to you information that they feel. If you have too much information, it's not going to go their way.
The devil is in the details. That's what they say, man. Yeah. So on Tinder... So man, a 26-year-old SA man was arrested for allegedly luring a 17-year-old girl he had met on Tinder and took to a hotel.
But now the question is, how is this 17-year-old girl on Tinder?
See, people can manipulate age, bro. It's like I think like verification of age and all those things. Hapo sasa wasi wanafaa kuwa very strict. Because someone can be, let's say I'm 15, but since Tinder, I assume it's 18 plus.
18 plus,
yeah. Atasema alizaliwa like 3 years before actual age, only to make sure that join the app.
Because the guy, according to the statement he gave out, alikuwa nasema the girl actually told him that she's actually 18 years old. So unajua, you can be talking, you can be on a, let me call it a talking stage.
Yeah.
Mtu ukishauliza mtu the age, akwambia like, okay, I'm 18 years old. You can't start doubting. Are you sure?
Bro,
sure?
Mimi, I'm just a message.
The guy was how old was the guy? 20?
26. And that's what I'm saying.
Question: What is a 26-year-old doing with an 18-year-old?
Bro, this is a message to the boy child. kwanza msichana akikwambia she's exactly 18 years old, hiyo ni red flag.
You should question
You
it.
should question.
True.
It's either most of the time utapata she's below. It's rare kupata tu, ni rare sana kupata tu msichana mwenye ako 18 years old. It's very rare.
But if I may ask, okay, he's being charged after luring the girl. Did anything happen?
No, but you see, nothing has to happen for it to be a crime. The luring, you see, even the terms that have been used
lure,
there, luring that girl, it means there was an intention.
Intention, yeah.
Even if he was not able to execute the intention, there was an intention.
The laws are strict on the boy child, man. Wanasemanga hata msichana, even if she said yes and she was underage, at that point hawezi jiongelea. It's a crime. Hiyo ni crime.
By law.
By law. So wewe msichana akikwambia tu wako 18 years, achana nao bana.
If you're 26, go for your age mates.
Go for
like
go
I feel
for
I don't know whether I'm the
man.
only one who feels that thing, but I feel like kuna age gaps zingine zenye you're dealing with children like how
You should actually ask yourself first.
Yeah.
Can it work out?
Muna relate nini? What is a 18-year-old relating with a 26-year-old? Tukisema tu ukweli.
Crazy.
You understand?
Yeah.
At least if you're 26, tuseme at least look for somebody who pia ameingia the 20s. Yeah. But 8 bado akona teen, akona jina ya teen hapo. It's very weird.
Ndo maana anapatikana Tinder.
It's very weird. Very, very weird. But they say that a lot of such guys tend to go for younger ladies because they feel like younger women are easier to manipulate and they're more impressionable. Like an 18-year-old unaweza impress mwambia, by the way, unajua niko na keja yangu.
Bro.
Okay.
Mwenye ako 25 mtasumbuana ndafika hata kwa nyumba.
25 so what?
So what? I also pay my rent.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, it's tough. Your experience, have you been on Tinder?
There's a point in time in this my life that circumstances led me to Tinder. By circumstances, a very well-designed character development.
You just found your compass directing you to Tinder.
Well-designed character development. But I said, you know what? Let's look for love in other ways. If all these our normal ways have not worked anymore, let's now try Tinder. See, people have spoken about Tinder. And then, okay, it wasn't just about dating. The reason why I joined Tinder also was because I needed a network. I was trying to build a database.
Ndo maana ulienda hizo vitu za digital content. Network unatafuta.
Yes, I needed a network. And then I also felt you can meet all sorts of people, which is true. You meet the good, the bad, the ugly, the horrible.
Kila mtu.
But my experience on Tinder wasn't bad because I'm someone who's very upfront and I can smell bullshit from a mile away. So I've met some really good people who till date were good friends.
Did you ever manage to meet them physically?
Yeah.
Hey bro, mi sikuwa ifika your point ya physical. What is wrong?
I actually went on a Tinder date here in Kisumu. At one point, but I wouldn't advise anybody to be on Tinder in Kisumu because
catfishing.
Forget catfishing. The day I opened my Tinder in Kisumu, do you know how many people's husbands I was seeing there? Ile yenye unajua oni bwana wa so and so. Amejieka profile pale as a single man.
Shambala.
Yenye single, no children, no wife.
Yeah.
And then anatumia picha zake za kitambo. So bado nakaa.
Ndoka youth.
So I've experienced Tinder. But apparently, still on the Tinder tape, Tinder are bringing a new feature.
Oh.
Where you can be able to filter by height. So if you're a lady and you're looking for 6'6".
Bado tutadanganya. Sisi 5, sisi watu wa 5'1".
No, but now there's also height verification.
So how do
they made a joke about putting that setting like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Before now bringing this new height, whatever. So height verification, if you take a full length picture, there's a way AI can be able to actually know how tall you are.
Natafuta zile viatu za soli kubwa navaa.
Tava heels.
Itajua. Alafu navana long ingine baggy.
Bell bottoms.
Let's
get back to the 70s.
Who is the AI to know, man? bro, even hata wakiweka wanze na kuverify age kwanza, wachana na height. Hizi ni
Thank you.
just by
They have
the
more
way.
important things to think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
than
focus
height.
on age first, man. Height, bro.
Yeah.
Height I matter.
But I think people are a bit they overrate this thing, height. Because we're not going to be this tall forever.
Yeah,
like,
true.
if you're looking for the love of your life, you have to have it in the back of your mind that at some point, tunaenda kuzeeka, tutakuwa wafupi, or anything can happen, you know? So if you're so obsessed with height, like, oh, my man has to be 6'6". Yeah, it's wild.
Peleka huko hiyo 6'6".
Peleka mbali.
Peleka na mbali. Juu, in Kenya average height yetu sidhani ataka ifika 6.
See, the average
There's some around 5.
average height
8.
for men. In Kenya, I think is
6 I know is an American height.
5'9".
5'9", 5. It's 5'9" thereabout.
Is it 5'9"?
Thereabout, man. You can't.
For women, it's 5'6".
As we are not
5'7".
chasing the height.
Who height help?
No one.
Is height paying your bills?
No. Unaweza kuwa mrefu na your thug work. But anyway, man, tell us about your beautiful couple in the Tanzanian region.
No, it's not even about beautiful couple in the Tanzanian region, by the way.
Yeah.
Me, I just feel like I've been made to eat my words, because not so long ago I was saying Zuchu needs to get serious. If she keeps being with Diamond and he's not putting a ring on it or officializing that relationship, he's wasting her. Zuchu is in her 30s, mind you. As much as she looks baby girl, she's in her 30s. So I was feeling bad for her sister. Like, you guys have been together for a while, and on Young, Rich and African, dude kept denying the chick. Yeah, that time he was with Fantana. He kept denying. Fantana kept telling him, like, they keep telling me you have a girlfriend back at home. What and what? Why can't you just say, Jamaa alikuwa napiga hiyo swali hivi. Hizo za 31st anajibu na hizo 31st, but swali ya girlfriend.
I am 31st year old.
I'm 30.
Bro.
So yes, Zuchu and Diamond finally tied the knot. Congratulations to them.
Ile kitu ilikuwa harusi kweli. Are there photos?
Traditional.
Their photos, yeah. It was a
Their
traditional
photos.
wedding. Yeah.
Proper photos.
Their photos.
Let me not say proper photos. It's actually, let me say.
But it was really low key.
It was low key. It
It
was
was
like a traditional ceremony.
It was really low key, and ilikuwa low key. Zile za even like their friends.
Na zile mbwembwe.
The friends that you'd expect to be in attendance.
Ndo nasema na zile mbwembwe za Diamond. I make sense.
I know, right?
Ile, to be honest, me, I think ile
ilikuwa ya shut up,
si shut up.
Yeah.
Hao watu wana shoot video ya ngoma.
No.
Not really. Today morning, actually Harmonize posted on his Insta stories.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he's claiming that the reason Diamond did that was to actually keep Zuchu in his record label.
Thank you.
So
that makes more sense.
So it makes more sense now, right?
That makes more sense.
Diamond anakaa mtu ako obsessed.
Because I feel in as much as we can say Diamond is the creme de la creme, but I feel there's a huge percentage Zuchu brings.
Thank you.
There's a huge percentage Zuchu brings. So he knows.
But if she can sing for songs like Chapati.
Ude mtu anaimba tu
Chapati
food.
farm.
Food to honey, chapati, what, sukari, yawa, food.
And funny enough, Kenyans are actually making it trend.
Yeah, man.
Because ukisikiza wimbo zingine, you're like, really? Like, really?
But you know, Zuchu's a nepo baby, you know, right? Because of the fame of her parents and what. Which is shocking. On that so-called wedding, her mother was not in attendance. Khadija, she didn't attend her
Funny
daughter's
enough,
wedding.
the mom posted the pic. Actually, not a pic, a long message, like a long tribute. Congratulating the son-in-law.
All the best to them, man.
Neither that Zuchu's mother, Khadija, Kopa, revealed that neither she nor Zuchu's father attended her secret wedding, as they were only informed after the ceremony had occurred. What is that?
It's proper. By the way, me, if I ever get married,
no. Kuna ile
unakumbuka
that you don't involve people. Like you can do the whole private, secret, what wedding.
Yeah.
But wazazi,
But
Who are you marrying without the parents?
Bien ali-invite parents wake.
Because we can't even say
How?
Zuchu has a beef with the parents.
She doesn't have a beef
'Cause
with the
for you-
parents. The parents don't have a beef with her. So
Yeah.
why were they only informed?
Later.
How much she's pregnant?
I don't think so.
Because why is it a shotgun wedding? It's giving vibes
Because
of
in
a
as
shotgun
much
wedding.
as, okay, she waited all that, but I also feel Zuchu is a smart girl. Kuna vile she knows how to.
Yeah, hata mi
She knows how to maneuver.
ananikaliaga ule mtu amenyamaza tu lakini bro.
Mimi ananikalia
Ukiangalia
ka psycho
Let a nigga
ingine.
try me.
Ukiangalia
Thank
the
you.
episode-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let a nigga try
Exactly.
me.
Thank you. Aha.
Ukiangalia the
Kila
episode
mtu
the young famous and African when Diamond was having Fantana and all that, ukiangalia the Insta stories, alikuwa like she's not even being like haimtingizi, like she's not even being shocked at oh this is happening. There's only one time like she confronted Diamond akimuuliza if there's something happening between him and Fantana.
Eh.
So
Mondi.
she's a smart girl. Kuna vile she's also smart.
Niliona tu hiyo clip. Mume wangu.
Mondi. Ogopa.
Anyway, congratulations. We wish you the best.
We wish them all the
We
best.
wish you the
man.
best.
Could have
At
just-
least you've gotten some papers. Jamaa akitaka kucheza.
Speaking
You know
of
what to
marriage
do.
and husbands and wives, man, did you see what Bridget Macron did to Emmanuel Macron?
That handoff.
Was it a smack? Was it a handoff?
Handoff ya rugby.
Mi nakwambia people out here are crazy. Watu wamechambua.
But now, my
Hebu do the atelifanya. You see, now I was on Candace Sowen's shows. Alikuwa anachambua hiyo kitu. So she was trying to prove the allegation yenye anasemanga Bridget Macron is a dude.
is the baba.
Is mubaba. Alikuwa anasema like you now a lady mwanaume nikikukasirisha utanishove off na mkono moja. That's why you used one hand. This Bridget alitumia mkono ngapi? 2.
Zilikuwa mbili.
And this inakuwaga wanaume sasa. Wanaume ile sasa tukikasirikiana
Kifua.
unakushove off, unacheki. So she was like, okay.
That was strange.
It proves my point. Yani umseni.
But me, I wonder, what did the guy say? Alisema nini before hiyo door ili open?
Wacha.
It could have been just a bad joke. It could have
Ile
been one of
kitu
those
haikai
jokes that
joke,
you crack and then bibi yako nakasirika.
For me, I'm like, how pilots wanapitianga nini? Juu kama someone can do that in public. Hata kama ilikuwa private jet, still it's in public.
But what if we say, what if we say she was pushed to the wall? For her to kufika your point where she pushed him with both hands, vile mnasema
Ni ngumu.
Na pia ako na nguvu.
Bana, it's really
Ako na
hard.
nguvu, by the way.
It's
I
really
was
hard
surprised. I
it's
didn't
really hard
expect
for
it.
a lady to shove you. As a dude, it's really hard for a lady to shove you.
Have you met these gangster girls? Gangster girls. Have you met gangster
Ala,
girls?
wachana
Sia, we'll shove you.
wachana na story ya gangster girls, man. Hata kama ni gangster girls, sahii ni bougie. I mean, you're the first lady.
We don't know what was said.
In as much as you are the first lady, you're also human being.
Thank you.
You're also human being.
Bwana yako
Unajua,
atakukasirisha hata kama ni
for the
president.
first lady term, ama the first lady
Yeah.
story, they expect you to
Who
behave in a
president
certain way.
is outside of the house.
Yeah,
Ndani ya
when you're with
nyumba.
you,
hiyo lady bado iko in question. We are still questioning. Tuseme too fast.
I'm not
Tuseme
even
too
concerned.
fast.
Whether it's this way, whether it's that way, it don't concern me. All I know is somebody chop hands. He said something though. That man said something. Trust me.
And then his reaction vile aligundua tu, mlango iko wazi na this camera. I'm like,
The wife was like, bet, F
Bro.
around and find out.
reality.
But I like the way he
Okay.
played it off. So
But dude, mi nakwambia, if you get time, go watch hiyo show ya Candace Owens. Alikuwa anachambua kitu bit by bit. Mpaka photo yenye sasa alikuwa anapigwa after wamelight. Bro, kumbe dude alikuwa amekunja ngumi.
Jamaa ama?
It was like,
Now by the time amekunja ngumi, that will show you maybe behind the scenes the types of war that are actually going on.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy. But hiyo narrative ya Bridget kukoa dude.
But now, I have a question.
Yeah.
If the first lady assaults the husband, would security have to
Arrest the first lady.
intervene? Yeah, like what happens now?
Bro,
in that situation? Is that still under treason or what?
uingiliagi, man.
So you think security would just be like, no,
Wait.
it's husband and wife stuff?
Okay, let me
Not
say
my monkey, not my forest.
for okay, tuseme hiyo ilifanyika in public. Let me say in public. So hiyo tukisema security inakuja kuingilia kati, pia it somehow doesn't make any sense because
He's the president.
in as much as goes tuseme sa the president akona the first lady in their room and all that, if
Yo,
they're having
it's-
issues in there, security haitakuja ingia ndani
not-
ati,
that's-
It's
yeah.
not even a matter of being the president. Sasa them, they are considered as the first family. Unaona? Sasa wewe security,
So ni levels.
we ni nani?
Ni levels.
Unataka kuingia kati, who are you?
But I'll still stick with in as much as you're from the first family, you're also human beings. Unaona the title, the first family, it expects you to behave in a certain manner,
way. That's what I'm
talk in a certain
saying.
manner, walk in a certain manner, or do things in a specific way. The society wants you to do them. Unaona?
That's what
So-
I was saying, man.
So I feel in as much as wakona the title, the first lady and the president and the huge title,
Yeah.
they're also human beings. Unaona?
Yeah, let
And they
them- let
can
them
wanaweza
live their
kuwa na issues and battles and bickering that they go through. Let me say, okay, not all marriages, but marriages zingine zinakuwa na challenges. So in as much as you guys mko na hiyo title zingine, in as much
Oscar is
as-
already against marriage. No.
yeah.
I'm not,
See marriages zote.
I'm not against
Okay,
marriage.
he's already skeptical.
Yeah.
about
that's
marriage.
the right word.
Si
man.
zote, but kuna some marriages that actually work out.
Yeah.
Unaona?
Then some
Actually,
will take it
Do
to
marriages-
hell.
they? Do they?
They do.
No, there's some beautiful
They
marriages,
do.
but
No,
They
no,
do.
no, bro. Kitu yenye tunaona ni tu hii ya nje.
No,
Unaona ndio
by the
maana-
way,
When that mlango is shut,
there's some beautiful marriages out there.
Kuna some marriage. Okay. Let me say some marriages do work out.
Yeah.
Tushazoea
you
this.
people, you are living in
Tushazoea
fantasy.
this.
It's not fantasy.
See,
Me, I'm telling you, I
fantasy-
have my mentor and the wife.
See, that's the image they want to
It's not.
portray when you're
It's
around.
not even about image. By the time I'm saying my mentor and the wife,
You
it's-
have done research.
forget even research. These are people that I knew when they were still dating. The same things that were said, the things they had said together they would achieve together when they were dating, they have achieved them, even in being married and whatever and whatever.
Watu
They're
wamemaster
not the
to
type of people
Yeah.
who pretend. You understand? Like even when they've had their serious issues, we have witnessed it. But how they've like resolved is what I can say. Like they're genuinely having a beautiful marriage. And their house is one place you go to, you don't even feel like leaving. Have you ever been to a house where you just feel like, hapa kuna love? Yani, hapa kuna mapenzi.
Yes, I've been there. You
Yeah.
know where? My house.
Aww.
But anyway, so for me, I still want to understand. I didn't come across this history of Bridget and all that, man. Me, I'm still in shock. Is this guy a dude?
Why it concern you? Why is
Yeah.
it an issue?
Number one,
Mm-hmm.
she was 40 what? When this dude was 14. That's
Is it
number one.
confirmed?
Bro, these people have been trying to yani imagine it's worse to the extent ya hawa watu wamekuwa kijaribu kuconvince watu umse si msichana for 8 years now, but now they're not getting their facts, they're not presenting facts, you see.
But you see,
But me naongoza tu hiyo nini ya expose ya Candace Owens because she said she's ready to bank a career on that. Na Candace Owens ni mtu akishaanza kufuatilia mse hiyo ni that's someone you don't want. Huyo ameshinda hata FBI. Hapo kuna problem.
ameshinda 50 cents.
Huyo ni hatari.
But according to me, I feel is it necessary for you to uncover that? Because let me say,
It's not necessary, and not even that. Even if you discover, okay, let's say she does discover
Yeah.
and gets the truth out of it, how is it going to change Nani's government?
Nothing.
It's not.
So,
you get.
si tunataka tu ukweli.
Munataka tu
Achana
udaku.
na Nani's government.
Munataka tu udaku.
Let me say the president himself. Because in as much as ikuwa uncovered watuambie, oh, this and this has been happening, ama this is the real truth, sioni kama
Kwani Trump hajaifundisha watu anything? Bro, if something comes out and you know watu wanataka kuleak. Be the first one. Toka
leak
ndio
it.
enda tu useme this thing happened and this is the position.
So anafaa sasa kuje tu aseme.
Aseme tu yenyewe kusema
Uni bro.
kweli.
But we can't expect him to come clean.
Or we wait for the next.
Because according to okay, tunaweza sema currently it's allegedly
Yeah.
the wife is a dude. Sindio?
A dude
who
happens
actually
to be his father.
his father. So I also feel in as much
Crazy.
as it's a very
Cray.
complicated story na
Cray.
Hizi vitu za wazungu
Cray,
can
cray.
stress your brain sincerely because
Na is it also true? Nimesikia kuna pia allegations za Michelle Obama was also a dude, man.
but I feel like those ones for Michelle Obama fall in line with the same accusations they gave to Sierra.
yeah.
No, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Funny thing,
Mm-hmm.
there's a clip in Iran.
Mhm.
Miss Jikani or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She was referring to herself as a black man.
Now, that referring to herself as a black man, it could be easily just a slip of tongue. The same way you can be like, oh, and he was, but you meant to say she.
Not he was. She was talking about transgender na kila kitu.
It's okay. So even if she said as a black man, maybe she's trying to relate to what being a black man is. Not that she's actually a black man. The reason why I'm saying for Michelle's is because that campaign has been there for a long time. Anytime you see a black woman who seems to hold slightly masculine traits. By masculine traits, I mean like someone like Sierra being able to dance the way she used to be able to dance. People immediately said that she's a dude because she could dance the way she could dance.
Bro, me.
For Michelle, because of the position she had, forget even being first lady. You know, initially she was Barack's lecturer at some point.
Yeah.
By the time he was going through law school, she was a professor at that point. So because she has slightly masculine features, they want to now equate that to her being a man. That thing happens to black women all the time.
Actually, people forget to
All
look
the
at the
time.
biological aspect.
Yes.
The biological aspect. Oh, no. Like currently, according to how we are currently, people's bodies produce different. Okay, people are different.
Yeah.
No. You can find you're producing. You're a girl. You're producing both testosterone and estrogen.
Is it something to do with the hormones or what?
Yeah,
It's
kuna zile
hormonal.
hormonal imbalance. Because
It's
have you ever
hormonal.
met like, yes, someone is a girl, but due to, let me say, hormonal imbalances,
She has
she has beards.
beards.
Unaona, si kupenda kwake, it's her
Yeah,
hormones.
it's a hormonal imbalance.
So kuna wale who go to the point whereby they do the hormonal regulation, like kubalance the hormones, na kuna wale who are just comfortable with who they are.
Yeah.
Unaona?
Crazy.
So mtu atakuwa na beard, so mtu atakuwa like, oh, she's transgender ama he's transgender. You forget to sit down actually uangalie the biological aspect. You look at the physical
It's like how
appearance.
some guys can
develop man boobs.
Yeah, or hips. Yeah.
But anyway, me, I don't know what's I'm still in shock, man. But I love to look. Sasa ndaanza kuangalia at ladies differently because I don't know what to expect. Hey, can stay with someone ndo baadaye anakwambia bro, you know, I've been your brother. all this
Ameniaje.
while. Nimekuwa ndugu
Kuaje.
yako 8 years mtu amekuwa akifinya sauti bana. Anyway.
There's a time I actually convinced a group of guys that I was actually a guy.
You can, man. Wewe tukupatia tu nguo bagi. Na tukupatia kofia fulani.
Najua
Bro.
kubounce.
What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
Sauti iko.
Sauti
kubounce
yuko
tu.
ni aje bro.
But there's a time in high school I played in the boys football team. Yeah, I'm a goalkeeper. So their goalkeeper was injured. Yeah, so they asked me to play. So I literally had to like sellotape things, wear some baggy
Adi
clothes,
boobs.
Yeah.
and then bounce a little bit. But
Ulikuwa umenyoa hiyo time mama?
no, nilikuwa nimeka. I had braids, but they were very short and they used to look like dreadlocks. So it was like tu niko na dread.
Massive. Anyway,
Represent.
now tunaenda kwa best yako Didi.
Please, you cannot put my name.
Give us updates.
Cannot put my name and his name in the same sentence.
Bro, have you ever innocent until proven guilty?
kuna innocent until proven guilty, then kuna guilty until people at least try to prove you innocent.
Bro, innocent until proven
You
guilty.
will not convince me. So yeah, day 14 of Didi's trial. A lot of things.
Nasikia vitu zimekuwa
A lot of things have been going on.
plot
Apparently,
twist.
Mia, his former assistant, Mia is the alias they're using. That's not the real name of the assistant, but they're using Mia as the alias. Was put on the stand, but the person who was, I think, cross-examining her.
Cross-examining, yeah.
That lawyer is crazy.
Cray.
He's actually crazy. The remarks he's been giving, like, it's making it seem like the witness's account ni kama anadanganya based on how the lawyer is asking her questions.
Yeah.
And then there are moments that he kept saying things like, if God forbid. You understand? Like, he's using a lot of sarcasm. He's using a lot of manipulative tactics to make the witness's statement seem lesser than or seem not as.
I understand there was some point yenye alikuwa nasema sijui Didi's side now alikuwa nasema ati it was actually Cassie who wanted these things that were happening.
Kona saying Cassie wanted whatever was happening, and then there's dealing with somebody who was heavily brainwashed, drugged all the time. You can't say that somebody who was drugging another person continuously, abusing this person physically, verbally, mentally, you're not sleeping. By the time you're doing freak offs of 96 hours, you're already so sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Then somebody comes back and tells you how much they love you and they're doing this because they care about you and A, B, C, D. You can't say that person wanted to be in that type of situation.
Yeah.
If they wanted to be in that type of situation, why is there now a lawsuit? Yeah, angebaki to na hiyo history, she wouldn't have come out, but she had to come out because she's not the only victim.
Because according to Cassie, she claims that all that started from 2007 to 2018.
Yeah.
She was still young.
She was a
in
child.
as much as they were with she was with Diddy for almost, let me say, a decade together.
Yeah.
She was so young. No. So in as much as she was too young, ile to the point where let me say she looked up to Diddy. So ukikana mtu sana when you're so young, umemzoea, so you're like, I know Diddy as this and this and this and this. Nime grow up going, it's like, let me say, a child who has grown through physical abuse.
Yeah.
Ameshajua tu anajua huyu akikuja jioni ni kupigwa. So I think she was too young at that time. Alikuwa, let me say, ashazoea because alikuwa anasema from 2007 to 2018.
Yeah.
2007 she was so young.
She was
so young.
Wow.
So yeah, because of how the cross-examiner has been handling the witness,
they
were saying that it's going to make it harder for other victims to come forward. Because the way they're seeing this victim being treated on the stand, it's going to make it harder for these other victims to also come out and say their stories.
Yeah, that case is tough, man. It's really tough. But to me, I feel like Diddy is not... Hata si Diddy, focus ito ifai kwa Diddy.
Inafaa kwa wapi?
Kuna watu wenye wanakuwa covered kwa hiyo story.
Yeah, there are those who are saying
he's more of a decoy.
Yeah.
So there are people who should be on that stand, but are not on that stand.
But then someone else was saying that there's some other TikToker who was mentioning it, that Diddy, as much as whatever he did and what, like morally, it is terrible. And for the people who are affected, it's also something very horrible. But he was saying that Diddy had mastered the art of this thing called sex magic.
What's that now, man?
So, according to the internet, sex magic is where somebody siphons your energy through sexual acts. So when they
sort of a vampire.
Yeah, when they see like nyota yako, it's really big, you have so many things that you're supposed to do in this life, they siphon that energy from you through sexual acts. So they end up now being the one, getting the money, getting the cars, getting the deals, and all these types of things.
I saw somewhere that Burna Boy was also... So the title was Burna Boy panics as feds subpoena him to testify against Diddy?
Do you think he'll testify?
He won't. Okay, allegedly. Let me say allegedly.
Lazima tuweke allegedly
Yeah,
mingi.
'cause
Allegedly.
I don't know kama it's AI. I don't know what was happening, but there's this leaked
Clip.
set a clip. Okay, a clip, but let me say the sound part. No facial, no physical appearance, nothing. Need to the sounds. So according to the sounds, when you listen keenly, Bada Boy is there.
African giant.
Yeah,
You're hearing
he's
yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
You're hearing. Let
Ama?
me say, Twatwa was happening.
Oui.
Yeah, it was happening.
Hey, let me sip some water.
Because also there's also another sound. I don't know. I think I have it. There's also this other sound whereby also LeBron James is also there.
Hey, King
Another
James.
sound. Yeah. So allegedly, according to the internet, it's being said that actually Diddy was controlling LeBron's career. Diddy was actually controlling LeBron's career because ukiangalia, because kuna times actually LeBron was being forced to wear in a certain way.
Ama hiyo ndo reason LeBron ajai kuwa accepted tu kama the nini. To me I feel like ana pushingi hiyo narrative ya King James.
Ama tuseme,
Because however hard he tries, he'll never beat Kobe.
But I think generally with all these things that are happening and some of these things that are coming out, it's kind of like, okay, for me, part of it feels like my childhood has been destroyed
But proper.
in its own way because
me I say it started with R. Kelly. Ikaenda tu sasa ikipanda panda sasa. It's crazy.
it makes you wonder, okay, so who's clean?
And then no, for me I'm like nimefika ile point here, who's next now?
Thank you. Who's clean? Who's next? And what the hell were we watching and being entertained with all these years?
What were we being fed? It's a crazy world out here.
Most deaf.
Most crazy, man. Me, I don't know, man. And then now
Megan
Thee Stallion. Thee Stallion.
girl.
So there's a new there's a new twist in the Tory Lanez shooting case. As several social media users claiming that Megan Thee Stallion was never shot and that the Canadian rapper is innocent. Tory Lanez, that is. An alleged body cam footage surfaced on Wednesday, so I think last Wednesday, where the Stallion can be heard talking about stepping on glass. At one point, she even allegedly says that I was not shot. Authorities are yet to issue a statement. So we're waiting for a statement from the car.
How does stepping on glass go to I was shot? Because there was a video of hers profusely crying, saying that this dude shot her.
Actually, it was on Instagram Live.
Yes.
Yeah, it was on Instagram.
Saying that this guy shot her, what, blah, blah.
Yada, yada.
Pulled so many people's emotions. So many people now went on this rampage against Tory Lanez. They couldn't wait to see him in prison the next second.
For me, inauma to the extent to which, if it's a lie, and then vitu zenye msa amepitia in prison, dude has been stabbed 14 times.
Imagine.
Actually, according to another source, allegedly, Megan Thee Stallion actually told the police she stepped on glass. And the reason she
there's actually a clip. There's a video running doing
so
according to another
where did
source,
she get shot?
According to another source, alikuwa anasema she stepped on glass. And the reason actually she said that was alikuwa na avoid madrama mingi. Unaona? Because there's another part akiambia another how can I call them? Interviewer, or let me say somebody was actually interviewing her. Alikuwa anasema she was not able to make it because she was actually going for surgery kwenda kutoa the bullets, because actually alikuwa anasema the bullets ili miss her bones hapa mbele kwa the toes. The bullets ili miss the bones, so it was not equal, let me say ile serious surgery where she had to be hospitalized for a very long time and all that. So the story doesn't add up, because
the story is not adding up.
The police ati I stepped on glass. Yes, it's a serious case.
Yes.
Unaona? Then ukienda tena kwa koti, actually wanasema Tory amekuwa charged for having an illegal firearm that is not registered, the bullets that shot Megan. So we atujui nani
I
anasema
feel like
ukweli.
at this point sasa Megan pia anafaa to kuwa charged. Anafaa kuwa accessory to the crime.
I feel like it was an attempt at clout that now went wrong. That's what I feel. It was an attempt of drawing up some clout, you know, some to story hapo, to drama kidogo. Then next thing, what I release album pamoja, maka single pamoja, it went south.
But now one thing led to another, another. It's now like they were getting deep into a rabbit hole.
There you go. But it was clout initially because that's the only thing that makes sense there. Because you can't wake up and you stepped on glass. Next thing you were shot. Next thing, you said that to cover up this. Oh, it's because of this and this. Oh, you went for surgery.
Yeah, so it's written that she lied to the officers at the time because she didn't want to get into more trouble. So more trouble and you're already in pain and all that. So I expect...
You were crying on Instagram Live.
Claiming that, the nigga you're with shot you.
Oh, my ass. Oh my, anyway.
But actually, Tori was sentenced in 10 years sentence, of which I don't know. I don't know what's the truth. Sasa sijui. I don't know if Tori is actually innocent.
But they had a smear campaign against Tory Lanez generally. Yeah, they did. There's some things that there's certain opinions that he has about the industry and the things he said about the industry that not everybody was so happy about. So there are those who say
the system
are trying to
push him aside, get rid of him. Anyway, I think let's tunamalizia na events
the coming up events in this fine June.
Fisherman Experience 2.0.
That one until they let us know when the next one will be happening. But no, we do have the Kodong Disco Tour that's going to be happening, and they're going to be in Kisumu, specifically on June the 21st. So yeah, that is House of Kodong Disco Tour, Eldoret, June 14th.
Venue?
They've not put the venues. They've not put the venues yet.
Okay,
but just be expecting them. Eldoret, June 14th. Kisumu, June 21st. Meru, July 26th. Mombasa, August 16th. Nairobi, September 13th. Yeah. Then there's also another amazing event that's going to be happening at Best Western Hotel.
Yeah.
It's an event that I've been waiting for to be happening. That is...
I can see the excitement all over your face.
They're going to be having a night under the stars, which is a movie night. You can go with
Which movie are they going to air?
They've not stated the movie. Yeah, but a night under the stars.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be romantical.
And then the East what?
The East African plus size affair is going to be happening, of course. That is on the 7th of June. That is Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah?
This Saturday.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be happening, of course, at Tomboya Labour College. So make sure you do make time to go there. And apart from making time, dress up. That is one event that you must make sure you are dressed to the T.
Okay. So people like us can also show up. I mean, it's only for the plus size.
No. You can also show up.
What are you saying here?
Plus size.
Also, sisi tubaki home.
Yeah, I'm back home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
baki home.
Sasa hawi wewe sasa kama mimi nimeambiwa ni baki wewe.
Mimi siwezi baki. I will be there.
Actually, it's you time to shine. We also need time to shine.
Bana, kama ni nitatafuta hata ni costume kama ile amedea. Fike huko kama mimi ni kibonge.
Unataka kuvaa bubu.
Kibonge cha mtu. Anyway, is there any other event or we call it a wrap?
None that I'm aware of just yet, but of course we'll keep you updated as usual here on the Ideal Corner podcast. Thank you once again for locking and loading in with us. Please continue to go through our social media pages. That is the Ideal Corner podcast across the board, and continue to like, share, comment, and click that bell so you can subscribe. You know when next episode is gonna drop.
We are out.
Ciao.